What's up, guys? This is Brent with Western Equipment. Now let's jump right on in and talk about this backhoe here, this attachment on the front of this John Deere 333G skid steer. Now this is going to be a CID skid steer attachment. This is one of the dealers that we use for our skid steer attachments. Now John Deere also makes a ton of skid steer attachments to go with their compact construction equipment. But today what we've got is this CID X-treme swinging backhoe. Now this backhoe's got a lot of really cool features. This is going to be all operated from in the cab. Some of the other type backhoe attachments that you may see for these skid steers mean that you have it attached to the machine as a power unit, but you actually still sit outside the machine in an operator station, whereas this one you are doing everything from in the cab. So kind of how this is, what this machine is made up of is going to be that heavy duty steel construction. This is going to be in the X-treme lineup of equipment from CID. So it is meant for that heavy work. We're going to see additional guards right here on the boom that are going to guard those hoses. We're going to see the heavy 3-inch cylinders on both the boom here to operate the bucket and also to actuate the swing down here at the bottom. Now as far as the buckets go on these machines, you're going to have many options. You can go all the way from an 8-inch bucket up to a 24 with multiple different sizes in between. So depending on what type of digging situations you're in, you have that 8 or the 10 or the 12, the 16, the 20, or the 24 as an option there at the bucket. Now some of these are going to be non-swinging backhoes, so it means you only have the function depending on where you are lined up at to be able to do that digging. But this one actually is going to have an electric actuator here that is going to act as a hydraulic diverter that's going to divert that hydraulic flow from your couplers that go directly to the bucket down to the bottom cylinder that is going to actuate the swing there on the boom. Now I'm going to show more about that here in a minute, but a little bit here about the setup. As we can see, we've got this set up in the center pin position. So this is where a lot of our digging is probably going to take place, with it pinned right here in the center where it's right in your line of view, right there out the front of the windshield. But if we are in those certain situations where we need to have that boom offset, you are going to have a spot over here to the right hand side where you can actually move that boom and cylinder all the way over, so that way your boom is actually offset over to the right to make that digging out to your right hand side a lot easier. So for trenching, needing to get right along the edge of something and needing that extra depth, you do have this side over here where we can scoot that boom arm over to the right. Now to get your auxiliary hydraulics to be able to run these cylinders, of course you are going to have your couplers here that are going to hook into the skid steer, and then you're also going to have the option of either the 8-pin or the 14-pin connector whenever you order this attachment from CID. So if you're not running a John Deere skid steer, if you're running a different brand that may use a different type of electrical hookup, you have the option there of getting either one to make sure and fit your machine. All right, so let's get in the cab here, get things adjusted up, get our lap bar into place, start this machine up. Let's show you just how this thing works. So we're going to take off both of our parking brake and our hydraulic brake. Everything, like I said, on this machine is done here in the cab with the 2 joysticks. So obviously we're going to have this in ISO controls. You could change this to H pattern if you want, if that's what you're comfortable with. I am going to be using ISO controls in this. So right over here, my right hand joystick is going to be my loader function. So this is going to be my up and down. So right here, as you can see, up, and then obviously our curl bucket, dump bucket, which is actually going to be either our curl the boom out to the right or raise the boom over to the left. So we'll go ahead and lower that back down. That is going to be how you are going to operate your boom function right there. Is going to be with that right hand joystick. Now your left hand joystick is going to be all your driving functions, of course, like normal. So this joystick doesn't come into play until we do the swing function of this backhoe. So now this can be changed on these whenever you are going to pin these machines. So whenever you are having this put together at your dealership, they can choose the spot in which they put your pins to choose which buttons on your two sets of auxiliaries, which are going to be the right hand side buttons on each joystick. Right hand joystick, right side buttons are auxiliary, same thing on your left hand side. Both of these are going to have the auxiliary buttons, so you can have your dealer put this on whichever button you want. Now, my suggestion is to make sure it is pinned your swing over here on the left hand joystick. If you have it pinned over here to the right, then you're going to have to hold down the button with one hand and then use your toggle with the other to be able to swing that backhoe. So on this one here, we have it set up with the top button here. So if I want to swing the boom on this machine, I'm going to hold that top button, and then I can use my rocker switch over here on the right hand side, and that is going to swing that boom. Now, good thing here is that we're going to have 110 degrees of swing going from the left to the right. You've got a ton of swing option there. And then once again, remember is that you can put this out over on the right hand side to where if you need even more swing or you need to get further out over to the right hand side, you can do that as well. Now, if we're wanting to run just our bucket, that is going to be hooked up with our hydraulics, and that's going to be the main function of your hydraulics whenever you first get in. So to run the bucket here, I'm going to just raise up a little bit. To be able to curl that bucket in, we're going to push down on our toggle switch here. So this is going to be our main hydraulic function right here. We're going to push up to dump that bucket. We're going to pull down to curl that bucket. Then once again, like I said, if we want to swing, we're going to hold this top button over here, and like I said, this could be different depending on how you set up. And then we're going to pull down to go to the right, push up to go to the left. Now, as far as the digging is on this, pretty simple here. This is all just going to depend on how deep you're needing to get. With this boom, you are going to have 7 feet of digging depth. So once we go ahead and raise this boom up, and then we tilt our boom arm all the way down, that is the depth that you're going to have. So you can go all the way, facing all the way down here, and you will have up to 7 feet of digging depth. So right there, I'm all the way down. You can see that I'm kind of getting a grab there. I'll go ahead and scoop that up. Just like that, raise up on my boom a little more. Go ahead and swing that out. And then I can simply curl down on my bucket and let that dirt out. So if I want to dig out a little further, all I have to do is just play with it. You just got to adjust and figure out how you would need to run this. If you're used to running a traditional backhoe, you're going to have 2 levers that do basically the same things, except on this one we're using the left to right, forward and backward, and then our toggle rocker switch. So right here, I'll just go ahead and get a good scoop. Right here, sometimes you've kind of got to feather this. You're going down, you're also starting to feather that bucket in so you can get a little deeper. And then eventually just getting a full bucket just like that. Raising up, and then you could swing this out to the right here. Dump this out. And we could rotate back over. Start to get another dig right here. So once again, we're pushing down, but we're also kind of feathering. You're going to have to sort of do that. Also, if you need a little bit more hydraulic flow, a little bit more pressure, we can reach up, raise the RPMs on our machine. The more RPMs we have going on our machine, the more hydraulic pressure that we're going to have so that we can get those bigger depths. We're also going to move just a little faster, so make sure to keep that in mind. Raise that up, dump it out, go forward a little bit here, go ahead and go in with another scoop. So we're working that bucket in, working that pressure, pushing down, feathering it down, raising that bucket. And we can go ahead and fill that back up. So right here, let's say I wanted to backfill that hole a little bit. I could just simply put that down, roll over just like that, start to fill that in. dirt. So pretty easy operation on this. It takes a little bit of getting used to. You know, you've got to do some playing with it. A lot of it, you know, is going to take place right here in the cab. The only type of adjusting that you're going to need to do outside the cab is if you need to move that machine from the center point over to the right hand side. But other than that, all your controls right here in the cab. You can stay out of the dirt, out of the dust, out of the elements, in here, nice, clean, have that AC or heater going, and be able to do all the work that you need to do. So this backhoe attachment from CID, definitely one that I would recommend. Like I said, they are heavy built. They are built for extreme applications. Skid steer attachments is what they do, so they are a great option whenever you're looking for these attachments. But overall, guys, there is how we run it. Like I said, using that right hand joystick is going to be most of your functions. Remembering that we're using that toggle for our hydraulics. We have that other button over here on the right hand side to be able to switch those hydraulics to be able to do the swing, and just like that, you've got it going. So guys, I hope this video helped you out. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, we suggest you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also guys, if you need any John Deere parts at all, make sure to check us out at 247parts.com. And as always guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, make sure to check out this cool video and this one. Buy your parts right up here and subscribe right here.